What do you think Maximum Rock and Roll or Flipside would say about this record?
I don't give a fuck.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, you too. How's it going?
Good, good. How's things out there?
That's all right. I just listen to these guys racing up and down the street in front
Hey,
of yeah,
same.
my motorcycle shop's right across the street.
Oh, okay.
So it's nice. So I want my bike worked on. I just go drop it off and then walk over here to the office.
Oh, nice.
But I hear them going up and down the street all
I
the time.
didn't
So
know you rode.
yeah.
That's cool. What do you ride?
A fucking a lounge chair, a Harley, super classic.
Cool.
Big
Yeah.
1,000 pounds. I screwed my leg up last week because I keep forgetting it's not some little enduro or some rice rocket. I mean, I know you're not supposed to say rice rocket anymore, but you know what I mean. It's like
Yeah.
it's not my old Kawasaki. This is a
Yeah.
1,000 pounds. So
Okay.
sometimes I forget and I'll put my foot down or whatever. And it's
Yeah.
just like whoa,
Oh
just,
man. Yeah.
like just 1,000 pound torque on your
Yeah.
leg or whatever.
That's not good.
No, not good. Not good. Or I'll just, I forget that these things also they stop like ships. So it's
Mhm.
not you're not quick stopping. You're this
No.
is if you're doing 100, it's gonna take you a couple miles to stop.
You
So
got to plan
so
ahead.
sometimes I get on it and I just think, ah shit, that was a mistake. Yeah.
That's just like life.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure.
So I want to get into the Life Undone, but of course, being that this is a hardcore conversation, I have to also ask you about TSOL.
Yeah,
Uh,
go ahead.
how was that last show, and was it really the
It,
last show?
well, I mean, it is for me now.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna do. I mean, I'm not sure what they're gonna do.
Uh,
It was just something. All right, I don't want to be an asshole about
mhm.
anything. I don't want to be an asshole. I'm not, a lot of these bands they use their band as a bank. It's basically they're just making withdrawals. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah,
Mhm.
I get it. They put the time in, that's great. They're making withdrawals, but creatively, that's not cutting it for me.
Mhm.
I want to make stuff. I want to, you know, just I don't want to just sit there and do country fair tours where you play on the hits every night and fuck
Yeah.
whatever else is going on. It's like, yeah, it's great and it's fun, but it's not satisfying.
I hear you.
You know,
Yeah.
it's just not satisfying. And nothing against guys that do it. I know guys that do it, and they're very successful and they make a lot of money at it. And
Yeah.
and I could have made a lot of money at it, but I'm not willing to do it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. A little bit
So,
of integrity involved.
well, let's not go crazy, but yeah. It's just something. It was just feeling strange to me.
Hmm.
It just wasn't feeling good anymore.
Yeah. Oh, well, then that means it's time to stop.
Yeah. And I
Absolutely.
and I was stopped completely. Like I did not want to play any more music. I
Oh,
thought, okay, because somebody asked, "What are you going to do now?" It's like, well, I'm going to write books and make movies. That's what I want to
yeah.
do now.
Yeah.
And so making another record was the furthest thing from my mind.
Hmm.
And I was fried. I was burned out. I felt sorry for Lars, the guy I wrote the record with.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't always the best camper to work with,
Yeah.
and some crotchety 64-year-old man.
Because he's in his
No.
40s or something, right? Like, isn't he in his
Yeah,
late
Lars
40s?
in his 40s. Yeah,
Yeah.
you punks, you
Yeah.
kids, you goddamn it, messing around in a man's studio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did he design your house there? The interior
no.
design?
No, no, he actually Lars's house where we recorded the record is crazy. I don't know
Yeah.
if you know. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Ray Cappy or whatever. I think that's his. If you look up the guy,
Yeah.
modern architect. I don't know anything about this stuff. That's like me talking heart valve. I got no idea what I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
he got this old guy right before he died to design a house for him, and then Lars basically built the house in Germany, and people were telling him, "Hey, you can't afford to do this." He goes, "I'll figure it out." And he basically figured it out. And so
Yeah.
it's this bitchin' house that looks like it was pulled out of California, like something that was pulled out of Big Sur area or
Mhm.
Carmel or something, and was moved to the outskirts of Berlin. And
Okay.
it's just this bitchin' how glass, wood, concrete, just
Hmm.
gorgeous house. And we recorded in the basement. There's like a studio basement place, and that's where we recorded.
Okay.
Really,
Yeah,
really cool.
I didn't. I was unfamiliar with Lars, so I Googled him, and you can probably hear some traffic behind my house here too.
Yeah.
I Googled him. I don't know if it's is it Trish or Triash. I'm not sure how to
Yeah.
pronounce it.
I never Googled him, so you're ahead of me. So go.
But there's a pretty cool article in the Berliner newspaper that talks about that house and how he does tours there or something and
Yeah, yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
bitchin'. Yeah, he's
it.
Lars is a good dude, and he runs a see he got out of music in the 90s.
Hmm.
He that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to play music, but then he fell in love with a girl. She got pregnant. They're gonna have a family. So he basically gave up music, and he opened this store, and he does like a lot of modern design stuff,
Hmm.
and then outside art projects and all sorts of stuff like that.
Yeah.
So this him making this record was kind of like doing something he put away when he was in his 20s,
So
kind of.
this is his like return to music after a while. Then yeah, I don't know when he
Yeah,
retired, but okay.
yeah, I guess, yeah,
Yeah.
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 I think it's been since the 90s for
Okay.
him, which
Yeah.
is, so it was
Yeah.
just kind of, I think it was just kind of, it wasn't really a serious thing. What we were making a record, it was like, oh yeah, you want to make a record? Sure. What do you want to do? I don't know.
Uh,
Just kind of, there was no real plan.
yeah.
And then the cool thing was like not having a band, not
Hmm.
having anything that you wanted. Like, well, what do we want to do today? Oh, let's try something like this. And we were just fooling around. Like it
Yeah.
didn't because there was no judgment on anything.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't something where I'd sit there and go, well, we're not going to play that live. That
Yeah.
just that's not going to happen. But we didn't have to worry about it because we're just going to record it. So who cares?
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. I'm gonna just say this name. This doesn't blah blah blah. It's like the Beatles in the end when they said, "Hey, we're not going to tour anymore. We just want to make records." I
Hmm.
mean, that's a pretty free spot to be. Because you're not worrying about it. It's like it's like Lars and I didn't have to be anything.
Hmm.
It's like, oh, I want to just try this for the hell of it, and now let's try this, and let's do, and of course, being the background that I come from and that Lars come from, there are songs that are faster, tempoed, whatever stuff, but there's all sorts of stuff on this record.
Hmm.
It's.
So how did songwriting work? Because he isn't he a drummer, or at least used to be a
He
drummer?
he is the drummer. He's the
Okay.
drummer for the band. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it was kind of it was kind of weird, and Lars said something that was like a compliment. It was kind of like a backhanded compliment. Like the
Hmm.
Germans are real crazy. They they'll tell you oh you look I like your look today, but your hair is just ridiculously dumb today. It's just like it sounds like a compliment
Yeah.
but it's not a compliment. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
this you look so good, but this black T-shirt, what is this? This is nothing for you.
Yeah.
It's like so. Anyway, so Lars says to me, so we're working one day, and Lars goes, "I wasn't aware you were this good." I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
You
Thanks,
weren't
pal.
aware that I was this good. He goes, well, you've never taken credit for any of the things you're doing now, so how do I know?
Hmm.
So getting back to the writing, here's what we did. Lars got an acoustic guitar, and then I have a piano.
Hmm.
So we would get on the computer, and he's in Berlin, and I'm here. So we get on the computer, he'd be over there, I'd be here, and we'd basically be writing like you and I sitting here now.
Uh-huh.
Trouble is, from here to Berlin, there's a 3-second delay,
Yeah. I was going to ask
right?
about that.
So So I'm going to start saying the alphabet, and when you hit the letter you want me to stop on, you start counting to three, right? A
Uh-huh.
B C D E F
Stop.
G A. Well, I'm already on H. Where are you?
Yeah,
Where are
yeah,
you at? It's like,
yeah.
no, man, I'm on D, bitch. I'm
Oh,
on D. So it'd be so crazy because
yeah,
you'd be playing something and oh, wait, that. Well, what, that, well, the note you just played. Well, what note did I play? Well, the fucking thing right there, the one you just played. But
yeah,
it's not the one he just played because
yeah,
now he's he's 3 seconds further. Or I'd be 3 seconds further on the piano or whatever. So it's
yeah,
like, well, what do it was crazy.
yeah.
So the other thing is, we would be so he'd have the acoustic guitar. If he's showing me I don't play guitar. I don't know what's going on. And what am I going to do? Turn the piano, hold it like this and hold my
Yeah,
fingers so he can see where I'm playing.
yeah.
And so we'd say, hey, C, G, do,
Oh,
D, E, no, C, man, cock. Just yelling. And then the other weird thing is like a B, like B, boy, B.
mhm.
The Germans don't have a B. They have an H.
Oh,
It's an H. It's not a B. It goes back to medieval music or whatever. There's no B. There's not a natural B in the
huh.
German scale. Yeah, it's real trippy. It's an
But I mean,
H.
you're saying a B is just called an H, but it's not the same note even, or what?
It is the same note.
Okay,
It's just not called the same.
okay, yeah.
So go to H. It's what
Like
the
no,
fuck?
there's no H.
There's no H.
B, B, motherfucker.
Yeah, and literally it would be me screaming because he's much more centered than I am. So literally, God, fuck, what the fuck? Just, just going crazy,
Yeah.
and then so he would send something, and I would work on it and send it back, and then we get together and we play it together, and then finally, he came here for a week, and we got to sit knee to knee in my office, and just we got to sit here knee to knee and just go over it, and then I went to Berlin, and that's where we recorded in
Okay.
Berlin. But
So did
it
you
was
you guys kind of are you're mutual friends with Ed Culver? I also read. I believe that was in the press release too. But
well,
uh,
that's how. So Lars, I met Lars at the Punk Rock Museum in
mhm.
Las Vegas.
Okay.
I was doing tours, and Ed was there for a photo exhibit. So Lars came over because he's going to do a photo exhibit of Ed in Berlin.
Oh, cool.
And so that's how we ended up meeting. We met
Mhm.
at the Punk Rock Museum. Yeah. So,
Okay. So
yeah.
two guys
And
that are retired from music, you and Lars, suddenly decide to make music together.
yeah, it's so crazy. Yeah. It was like, yeah, and it's just one of those weird things. Like, I used to tell people there's this thing, it's called going on a thriller, right?
Hmm.
So I can make a plan of how my day goes. I'll say, oh, my plan, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go there, I'm going to go there, I'm going to go pick up my wife here, I'm going to do this. There's my day, there's my plan, right?
Hmm.
But now, on the way to pick up my wife, there's been an accident. And I've got to turn down this street. And I turn down this street, and here's a dude I haven't seen for years on the corner waving to me. He needs a ride. I get him in the car. He wants to go to Santa Ana. I'm driving there. So now I'm on a thriller. I got no idea
Yeah.
what the fuck. I am out. The plan has been jettisoned a long time ago.
Hmm.
Who knows where the hell I'm going, and I'm just going to go and see what happens.
Yeah.
I
Awesome.
just want to be surprised. So it was
Yeah.
the same thing with this record. Like, hey, we're on a thriller, man. I got no idea. I'm way out of my element. I'm going to Berlin to make a record. I'm working with all Germans, and it was funny because they spoke English, but that's not their first language.
Right.
So finally I'd say, look, just speak German, man. Because if you're speaking English, then I gotta pretend that I'm interested in what you're saying to me. And
Yeah.
and I don't care what you say. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
So just speak German, and I'm gonna sit here like I'm on mushrooms, not knowing what the
Yeah.
hell's going on. Because I'm working with basically all German guys. My buddy Trevor was with me playing guitar, but then Trevor went home too. So it was
Okay.
all these Germans. So then the producer, Kurt, who is just great, he's such a great producer, Kurt goes, okay, we can do this, but there are a few things that I must tell you. One thing you must learn is the Schlimmste. I'm like, the Schlimmste? What the fuck is the Schlimmste? He goes, when we play a note or make a move that is just awful, just go, the Schlimmste, the Schlimmste. And that means this is the absolute worst. Right? And then the other one's rough. We don't really say it in America. He goes, and if something is so shocking to you, just say, das ist behindert. And I'm like, das ist behindert? What does the fuck that mean? And it basically means, are you slow? Are you
Okay.
retarded? What the fuck are you doing? Das ist behindert?
Yeah.
It's just really, that's what you're doing? Yeah.
So,
So those were the two phrases I learned. They come
the
in, they're
Schlimmste. I got to remember that one. That's a
yeah,
good
the
one.
schlimmste. It basically comes in good nowhere else.
Yeah.
There's really nothing you can use it as.
So, if correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like I hear in your vocal melodies a lot of like 60s and 70s like kind of pop. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. Well, I
Uh,
love that shit.
yeah, I was gonna say I thought I remembered talking to you about that last time we spoke that you
Well,
like that.
yeah. Well, it's really funny. That a lot of it. I got this theory. It's a legitimate theory. I don't think a song's a song unless you can just sing it in the car.
Mhm.
Or one guy with an acoustic guitar on the
Yeah.
beach can play it, and it's good. That's it.
Mhm.
Like I like a lot of rap stuff, but they're
Yeah.
not songs. It's poetry. It's not really songs. You can't sing group, boom, 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 unless you're,
Yeah.
human beatbox or something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's
Yeah,
not
of
really a
course.
song. But so if you listen to the songs off the Life Undone, they're songs. You can play them anywhere. You can sing them. You can play them. You could do them fast. You could do them slow. You could do jazz versions of them. You could do
Hmm.
country western versions of them. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. They're
Yeah.
just songs.
Yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
if there's actually somebody put out a country album of Black Flag songs that actually has Kira and Dez on it a few years ago. It's really good though, actually. But
I've heard it. Well, it's like when they used to do lounge songs. Black Velvet Flag was one of the
oh
first
yeah,
ones that did. They were doing punk rock lounge songs.
yeah. Or like the Circle Jerks and Repo Man
Yeah, yeah,
classic,
yeah,
obviously.
and I like that.
Yeah.
It's like because it's a song. It's really a
Hmm.
song.
Yeah. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. So wait, this guy Trevor, he was in TSOL, no?
So
Kind
so
of.
Trevor has his own band, but Trevor has played in TSOL. He covered for our bassist Mike Roach when
Okay.
Mike couldn't do something.
Yeah.
He covered for Ron Emery, our guitarist, when Ron was injured.
Okay.
So yeah, I've played with Trevor on and off. Trevor's played in other bands with me too. He's like a, you know, what do they call that? He's got his own band and he's great, but he also plays with a lot of people. DI, Love Crimes, TSOL.
Mm.
He's just a great musician
Yeah.
that basically can just play anything.
Okay.
So I called Trevor and asked Trevor if he wanted to come over and play on this, and yeah, of course he did, and he flew to Germany and played on it also.
Awesome. Wait, so he's the only guitar player on the album?
No. Kurt, the producer, is playing guitar. Trevor's
Uh,
playing guitar, and Lars actually plays some acoustic guitar too.
oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
so it was kind of like when we were making the record. It was like we had Trevor, Lars was playing drums, Trevor was playing guitar, but then Kurt also plays guitar. It's kind of okay. Well, who wants to play bass on this? Okay, I'll play the bass.
Nice.
So it was, especially with Kurt and Mitchell produce. Kurt was the producer, Mitchell was the engineer. When we needed something, they just said, "Okay, I'll play it. I'll do it." So the
Yeah.
band, because the band really is only kind of Lars and I. Really, there isn't a band. I keep telling Lars, it's not a band.
Yeah.
There's no band.
Yeah. Are you gonna play shows at all?
No,
Oh,
no.
like absolutely not. Never.
I don't have any desire to play shows.
Okay. Like even if
I,
No
I
Values Fest called you up and wanted you next year or
somebody
something.
already did.
Oh,
I
you said
turned it
no.
down. I said no.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, my wife said I was out of my mind. Crazy, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I just said no. I mean, I don't know what no's no for now. You never
Yeah.
know when no, never, what do they say? Never say never.
Right.
It's
Right.
like, but as far as I can see right now, I can't see myself playing another show.
Okay.
I mean, unless it would have to be like, I wouldn't even know how to do it. Like with this band, it would be so difficult because Lars is in Berlin, I'm here. It's not really worth it. Like if the record was selling a lot of records, blah blah blah, then maybe we could afford to go do it. But I can't afford to lose money playing
Oh
shows.
right. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the late? It's coming out on some kind of. I haven't heard of it. Something about Lost in Berlin or something is the
Well,
label.
it was just a label that was made specifically for this record.
Okay, that's what I was gonna
That
ask. Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. It
Yeah.
was just kind of, it was made, that label was made specifically for this project.
Okay.
I mean, as far as we know today, there won't be any other bands on this but us.
Hmm.
But there could be. Who knows?
Yeah.
Lars may say, "Hey, I want to put out these guys on this, and do it, whatever." So,
Yeah. You guys didn't. You didn't try like Epitaph or anything like that.
no,
Yeah.
no, we didn't talk to anybody, basically.
Okay.
I mean, it's funny because I sent a message to Brett because when I was making this record, I was thinking of him because we did some stuff in the 90s that kind of reminded me a little bit of the production of
Hmm.
this. So, I sent it to Brett, but we didn't actively pursue anybody.
Okay. What
It was
What did
just,
you and Brett do in the '90s? Did it come out or is it unreleased?
yeah, it was this Joy Killer stuff
Oh,
that
I didn't know he
that
was
had come
involved in
up.
that. Okay. Well, obviously, I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
Joy
yeah.
Killer.
Yeah, we did some stuff together. It was pretty fun.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
But yeah, we just didn't really, we just thought let's just, cuz what the record labels, they want you to tour,
Yeah.
they want you to do stuff. It's like, yeah, we're just going to make a record and put it out. We're not
I
going to do
remember the
any.
last time I talked to you about 2 years ago was when that last last TSOL record was coming out, and you kind of told me that, and we're done. You kind of told me then that it was going to be over, and I was like, I'm sure the label's super happy about that, obviously. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it yeah, it's just not, it's fucking, it's rough. I mean, look at me crying. I'm not crying. I appreciate everything. I
mhm,
appreciate everything that's happened for
of
me.
course, yeah,
I appreciate getting to go all over the world. I've been to China. I've been, it's like I've been all over playing shows. Great.
yeah,
You know, I'm stoked. But it also, you're giving up a lot. You give up your family, you give up anything at home. It's like, some of these guys I know, they're just gone all the time. It's like, nah, my wife means more to me than going on tour.
yeah, of course,
My community, what I do at home, the people
yeah,
that I'm with, they mean more to me than having somebody, say, Jack, you're great in some whatever. I don't need it.
yeah,
Like some people need that. God bless them, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
They need to be that. I don't.
yeah. I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do have one complaint though, man, because
Bring
speaking
it
of the
on.
Joy Killer and TSOL, but the Life Undone does not have any songs about necrophilia.
No, no, it doesn't. Yeah.
I thought it
Hey,
was a
look,
real lacking.
wait. I had to think about that for a second. Just hang on a minute. Yeah, maybe there might be something on there.
I listened to it a few times. I listened to it again today.
No, I'm
And I
trying
was
to
like,
think.
maybe I'm missing something, but I didn't hear
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think if there is.
it.
I'll have to really put some thought into that. Yeah.
You might have to do another single or an EP.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, a lot of, it's funny because a lot of it is a little depressing in parts, you know,
I
yeah.
mean, not really. I mean, just like people thought Lou Reed was depressing, I guess, but I didn't think so. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Berlin or whatever, the
No,
record.
I don't either, but I'm just saying that, yeah, no necrophilia. I guess I screwed up on this one.
You really let us down, Jack.
Yeah.
So what do you
Now
feel?
wait,
How do you
hang on.
feel?
I
What's
needed
that?
a wait. I was thinking about it. There's a line in there that says, "I needed a thief in my grave. You lifted, you breathed. I was the one that you saved." So there
Okay.
is
There you
So
go.
there is death in it. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It took me a
As
minute,
long
but
as it's
I
there.
caught it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
How do you feel about Lars' assessment of you as a querulant? Querulant? I don't
Yes.
know how to pronounce that word.
Yeah. Trouble.
Yeah, yeah,
Trouble. I look at. I don't play well with others.
yeah.
I mean, that's just it. It's like I, when it comes to, I mean, look, I see things how I see them. I don't believe in compromise. Compromise is a lose lose. It's not a win win. It's a lose. You both lose.
Hmm.
It's. I just don't. I don't believe in it. So I struggle dealing with people like. I mean, the one thing, like if we're looking at a film, we're looking at film or whatever, and I work. Let's say you're the director of photography, whatever the hell it is. I love your work. I love your work. So I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna let you be in charge because I love your work.
Hmm.
But in the bottom line is, I'm in charge of the whole deal. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's like the bottom line is, it stops here. If I don't like what you're doing, I'm gonna say we're not doing it. No,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
But that being said, I want you to be you. I want you to do the best ever. And so when I play in a band with somebody, I want the drummer to be the best. I want the guitar player to fucking shine. I want everybody in the band to be so. I'm not looking to be. I don't get overshadow me, please. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? It's like I
Yeah,
benefit from you being great.
yeah, of
But
course.
but but the bottom line is, you can't have four chiefs
Hmm.
in the thing. It's just a fucking mess. It's
Yeah.
just fighting. It's a mess. And, some people work harder than other people. Some people don't do their work, whatever. So, yeah, am I hard to get along? Am I a prick sometimes? Yeah, I'm a fucking prick. I'm a prick. You expect me to do what I do, and I expect you to do what you do. And if you don't do what you do, I'm gonna fucking be an asshole about it.
Yeah.
Now
Fair
I
enough.
want you to. I don't want to tell you what to do. I want you to do what you do. The reason I'm working for it with you is because I think you're great. So
Hmm.
be great. But if you're
Yeah.
not going to be great, then I'm going to be an asshole.
I hear you. That makes sense.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that kind of thing. You can't have four people in charge of a project.
No. And I got no problem stepping back and saying, hey, you know what? You know about this better than I do. Do it, man. You
Hmm.
run this. Like in The Joy Killer when I was working with Sean Greaves. Sean Greaves was the best band director. He was great. Now
Hmm.
I had the final say on what we were doing, but when we figured out what we were doing, Sean was great at going, okay, the drums, they got to flow here. And I'm going, yeah, man, great, great. I was stoked. I
Nice.
got no problem setting back. There was a great line, this rabbi, he had kept two pieces of the Torah in his pocket. One said that you must step forward and lead. The other one said you must defer to wisdom. Step back and let someone else go. I implement that. Man, I work with people that are great. I want them to be great. I
Hmm.
want them to be great. I expect them to be great.
Nice. Yeah.
And I mean, that's it. I mean, it's really not egotistical.
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's like if I go
Yeah.
to the doctor and the doctor's going to operate on my leg, man. I went there because he's a good doctor.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go in there and tell him how to fucking clamp a vein, clamp
Right.
a fucking artery or something.
And if he's asking you how to do it, hey, wait a minute here,
Yeah, or
Yeah.
he's not showing up. We got a problem, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
fucking yell at him.
Yeah.
So am I rough? Yeah, I'm fucking rough.
Yeah.
I'm rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it gets results, then I guess it speaks for itself, right?
I guess. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't mind when people if I'm supposed to do something and I don't do what I'm supposed to do, I accept the beating that I get for it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? If I'm
Yeah.
supposed to have the lyrics done on Monday and it comes Monday and I don't got anything done, they're yelling at me. Goddamn right they're yelling at me. I fucked up.
Yeah.
I deserve to be yelled at.
I hear you.
I dicked off.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
what do you think Maximum Rock and Roll or Flipside would say about this record?
I don't give a fuck. It's like, I just, here would be my question. What would you say about this record? Okay. What would you say about these guys that haven't changed
Yeah.
in 50 fucking years?
Good point.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid getting into punk rock, we're looking at bands like Journey and fucking REO Speedwagon and saying these guys are fucking dinosaurs. Dinosaur rock. Now how old they were? 30 something.
Yeah.
30, 32, 33, dinosaurs stuck in their ways. I see these guys that are supposedly in this forward-thinking punk, always changing whatever, wearing the same clothes, sound the exact same as they have sounded for 50 years. Now, what's the fucking problem? Am I the fucking problem, or is that the fucking problem?
Yeah, yeah. I hear you. That is a fair point.
I mean, I was told when I was a kid, do whatever you fucking want to do. Don't follow the rules. Step out. Do whatever. This is what punk rock is. Punk rock is fuck all that. Get rid of the rules. Lose the fucking ego. Do whatever you want. Shoulder to shoulder. Nobody in charge. No ass kicking rock star fucking bullshit here. Do it. And I have lived up to that my whole life, and people don't like it.
Fuck yeah, I like it.
It's like, my friend Iris says, she goes, when you stop being a people pleaser, people aren't pleased.
There you go. And fucking too, yeah.
I fucking love that.
Yeah.
People aren't pleased.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. So one last thing I've been reading this.
Oh, transition. Yeah.
Yes, I've been reading it. I'm almost done, but.
And you're still talking to me?
Yeah. Actually, I'm actually really like it. And I wanted to point out that actually maybe the ending ruins everything, but because I'm about 40 pages away from the ending, so I don't know. But actually, I like it a lot so far. I actually think, now hear me out, that if you'd had to dial down some of the depravity, but it could make like a Netflix series. I really feel it could.
Well, I would never dial it down. That's the problem. But the thing about that book, you're rooting, the guy that you're rooting for is a total piece of shit. Somebody, I'm not going to give out but if anybody's, it's like you're rooting for a guy, he's a lot, I don't like to give out any parts of it, but there's nobody good in that book. There is nobody good in that book,
Yeah.
It's just, it's great
though, man.
Yeah, I think if I get a chance to, it's an X-rated film. I mean, there's no way around it being an X-rated film.
So you refuse? You cannot dial it back.
Well, what are you going to dial back? It's like it'd be so hard to dial it back.
Because you can make it like a fun-loving, dysfunctional family doing this stuff, but maybe not.
And he's performing oral sex on his wife's boyfriend who's a cop. I mean, it's pretty fucked.
What's wrong with that?
Fucked up. It's pretty fucked up. Yeah, but it's I'd love to make a movie out of it. You know what I mean? I'd love to make a movie out of it. I just started a new book today. I just started writing a new one today. So,
nice.
But yeah, Transmission's one of my favorites.
That's great.
I like that one.
I've read American Demon, and I read the what's the really short stories one, the micro stories.
Oh, True Stories.
That one's really cool too.
Yeah, that's fun too. Yeah. And I'm just learning. You just write, and you're just learning, writing, having fun. It's like I like writing because it's just me. I'm in the office. I got cool drinks. I want to go surf. I go over and surf for a little bit. Go get in the ocean. Come back. Get back to work. I love and no one's around but me.
Nice.
I'm the only querulant in this.
Nice. So is it true that the editor didn't want to be known, as it says in the beginning of this?
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah. It was no. I don't want my name on that. I don't want my name on this.
Nice. I like the little disclaimer on the back here.
Well,
too.
The disclaimer is pretty funny. And those. Now, I'm not going to tell you what books they came from, but the reviews that are on the back of that, those are all reviews from novels that are considered classics today.
Oh, nice.
I just put my name in instead of their name.
That's cool.
But it's so crazy because we consider these books classics. And back there, you look at the review, it said, if this is described as anything other than pornography, it's a lie. How this could be printed is unbelievable. Yeah, but I think Transmission's probably one of my favorites. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, no, I do, man. It's great. Yeah. Album's really good, man. I can't wait till it comes out. Actually, on vinyl, I've been listening to it on my phone.
It sounds the Germans are crazy good producers. Man.
Yeah.
I like thinking, God damn, this sounds so good.
Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's fun, man, and it's different.
Yeah,
it's different.
Yeah, very much. It's great though, man. It's still you. So I don't
Yeah.
think anyone has anything to worry about if they want to check it out.
No,
You
and
know?
it's like an old rock record.
Yeah.
I was a Queen fan. I loved Queen.
Mhm.
So Queen would have this really ass kicking hard guitar, bum, 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 and then they'd go into bloop 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 bloop.
Yeah.
bloop. It's just
Yeah.
like, what the
Yeah.
hell, man? But you're
Yeah.
on a journey.
Yeah.
You're on a journey.
Nice.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
it.
fun. Well, good to see you again. Always nice to
Absolutely,
see you.
man.
Yeah.
Thanks for spending some time.
Yeah. All right, stay in touch.
All right,
Enjoy the
man.
book. Let me know. Hey, let me know how you like the ending of it.
I will. I will for sure.
All right, sounds good, man. All
right,
right. Bye bye.
See you later. So I finished the book, Jack, if you're watching. The ending was fantastic. You did not blow it in the ending. Like many Stephen King books, that guy could not write an ending to save his life. But yeah, this is really good and unexpected and a very satisfying read. Highly recommended. It's available on Amazon and wherever else you can find books.